Hello, hello, hello. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, good day, good night to you, wherever you may be watching me from tonight. I hope you guys are doing good. Welcome to the month of August. It's going to be a good month. I can feel it, y'all. I can definitely feel it. It's going to be an amazing month. So, whatever you have, um, whatever you have going on, just rest assured that it's going to be an amazing month and you're going to get results for your hard work. Hard work is very important, okay? So, I want to welcome you to tonight's episode of Chat with Themmy. I am super, 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 super excited to be on here tonight. Thank you guys for supporting this amazing journey. I have never for one day been on here alone, and I am so honored to have you in my corner. Okay, it's a new month. We're in eighth month. I like to look at 2024 as a chapter. So, okay, let me see what I'm missing out here. All right. So, I want to welcome you all to tonight's episode of Chat with Themmy. This is a new month, so I have something encouraging to share with us tonight. Whatever it is, wherever you are, whatever stage of your journey you're on, I want to encourage you to plan to move. Whether you're moving on, you're moving out, move forward. Just move. Do not be stagnant. Okay? Plan to move. I don't care what industry you're in, I don't care what situation in your life you're facing right now. Just plan to move. Okay? So tonight I'm gonna be sharing about that. Sometimes I came across this particular content online on Facebook, and that's why I'm like, okay, this is a very profound, and I want to talk about this tonight. So, sometimes things doesn't go as we plan. Like it's August, you may be sitting there and telling yourself, wow, 2024 January, I said I was going to do XYZ. I said I was going to be here by almost the end of the year. I said I was going to get this amount of money in my account. I said I was going to execute X amount of project, or I was going to get to this level at this time. And you may be sitting there and just beating yourself up. All right. But I want to encourage you tonight. Sometimes things doesn't go as planned. But do not wallow in self pity. I do not want you to beat yourself up and wallow in self pity, or you start having a cute pity party, sitting there all dressed up, telling yourself, you know, it was supposed to go this way, it was supposed to go that way, or it's my fault it did not work out. It's okay. Take a breather, rest, but then come back. Go to your drawing board, go plan, and then come back and come and move forward. All right, wherever you are, sometimes you're in a toxic space. Even if you're in a healthy space, don't you want to grow? Even if the space is healthy, even if your relationship is healthy, do you want things to remain that way forever? Don't you want to spice things up? Even if your work environment is healthy, don't you want to climb the ladder a little bit? Not no, not a little bit. Don't you want to climb the ladder? Not a little bit now. All right. So wherever you are on your journey, whatever you're doing, wherever you whatever you're working on, I want to encourage you to plan to move. Take that step. Whether you're like moving out of a toxic environment, plan to move. You're in a healthy space, plan to move upwards. Okay? You're working on a project, plan to take the next step. Maybe you're on the fence about something that you said you were going to do. Well, if you were on the fence about something 8 months ago, where have that gotten you to? Ask yourself. All right, ask yourself, okay, I wanted to start this course, I wanted to take these classes, I wanted to do this lesson, I wanted to invest in this business, I wanted to um take my relationship with my significant other further. But then you're just stuck on the fence since January. Now it's 8 months into 2024. Where has sitting on the fence gotten you so far? Even if it's baby steps you're taking, plan to move. All right? Even if it's baby steps. And I don't, a lot of times we're looking at other people, whether as our competition or whether we're just stuck. Sometimes you're just stuck on admiring people and you're like, oh my gosh, this person's my age and see how amazing they're doing. And then you're just sitting there and beating yourself up and you just completely forgotten that you could be taking steps towards your own journey. I want you to plan to move. What does planning involve? Okay, I want to get here by this time of the year. I mean, you still have September, October, November, December. 2024 can still be your year. Use the entire 31 days of August to catapult yourself to where you want to be by January 2025. Don't just say, I want to be here. Push yourself there. Drive yourself there. In fact, matter of fact, don't push yourself. Sometimes you push yourself without thinking too much about it. But drive yourself there. Drive carefully. Drive strategically. All right? Don't push yourself into anything. Be strategic about it. Okay? Be very strategic about your move. Plan your move. Where do you want to go? Sometimes you're like, okay, maybe I want to move from neighborhood A to neighborhood B. Okay, now what does planning requires? You need to check about the neighborhood. You need to know who stays there. You need to know about the security of that neighborhood. You need to know about several amenities that you can have access to in the neighborhood. You know, you don't just wake up and go. All right? How many of okay, ask yourself, the times that I've just woken up and gone somewhere, how good was that? But the time you took to plan, I mean, sometimes we say, oh, I need to plan this, I need to execute it, I need to da 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 da. And before you know, you're stuck planning for months. So we need to balance it. All right. When I say plan to move, move is more like you're in motion going. Planning is where you're getting your resources together, getting your acts together, getting your thoughts together. And then you're trying to say, okay, I'm doing X, Y, Z now. I'm going to have to take this next step. I'm going to have to take this next step. But sometimes we stay too long, right? Sometimes we just stay too long trying to say, I need to get this together. I want to start my podcast. But, I need to get this. I need to get that. How about just taking your phone, going to your biggest social media platform, if you're on several social media platforms, just taking your phone, doing like a 10-15 minutes, whatever you have on your mind. Okay? You may say, oh, because the thing is, by the time you stay too long thinking about, okay, what do I want to do? How can I execute this? Blah, 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 and then you start saying, okay, I don't know how to edit a podcast. And I don't know, I don't have enough money to hire an editor to do this for me. Oh, I don't have money for social media manager. Oh, I don't have money for someone to, help me stay consistent and blah, blah, blah. And then before you know, January has passed. I'm saying this because I have been there several times. All right. And sometimes life is dynamic. So it's like multiple projects or multiple ideas, and then you're wallowing in self-pity on one stuff, you're doing amazing on something else, but then when it comes to other one, you're just overthinking the entire process and you're not making any progress towards anything, and you're just there. But then on the other hand, you're doing so well. Sometimes some people are so much caught up and they're just, okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to handle it. I don't know who to talk to, you know, and they're just there. But when you're planning to move, right? When you're planning to move, what you want to do first, talk to like minds. All right? Who are the people in your space that have mindsets like you? All right? Everyone's not like us. Everyone is not supposed to be like us. We're supposed to be unique in our own different ways, right? But the thing is, you want to reach out to like minds. There are people who have the growth mindset, and there are people who have the fixed mindset. People with the growth mindset, they don't look at it now. Well, sometimes they do take a look at it now and see, okay, they want to be able to study or scan the environment, or, punch some holes in different things and then figure out a way to take to the next step or go to the next level. But the people in the fixed mindset, with the fixed mindset, they're like, hmm, they'll give you 1,000 reasons why this is not going to work out. They're going to give you 1,000 reasons why you're not going to, succeed. They're going to give you a million reasons why. And if you find yourself in a mess or in a cycle of people with that fixed mindset, sis, it's time for you to move. I mean, this one don't even plan to move because you've experienced it firsthand. It's time for you to wake up and go. All right? It's time for you to wake up and go, because you don't want people um raining on your parade. Okay? If a community doesn't serve you, move. If a relationship doesn't serve you, move. If a career path does not serve you, bro, you're not a tree. Move, sir. Move. If you plan to move somewhere, and very optimistic, saying, I'm gonna do XYZ, and you're there for a period. And the thing about moving is, we need to be very discerning when we want to move. Sometimes you're like, I want to do da, 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 I want to do da, 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 and maybe that's not the will of God for you right now. All right, because at the end of the day, it's you and God against the world. You may get all the counseling you can get, you may go to all the therapy you can go to, you can do whatever and listen to whomever. But the thing is, guess what? If that desire of yours is not in alignment with God's will, you can have all the resources in check and you'll realize that you are not going anywhere with that. I'm telling you for a fact. Okay? You can have the resources in place, you can have like, you're not gonna go nowhere. So whilst you're planning to move, whilst you're planning to make that investment, while you're planning to create that additional stream of income, while you're planning to open that business, while you're planning to, go on with that career, while you're planning to leave that job to go to the next job, or while you're planning to relocate to another country, think about it properly. If you're in a space, say for instance, you're dating someone and then you really, really, really love this person. But then this is a relationship where you're gradually losing yourself by the day. You look at yourself in the mirror and be like, damn, how did I get here? You know, this is not supposed to be me. This is not what I used to be. This is not what I'm supposed to be. Guess what? Find your way out of it. Because at the end of the day, you need to be in a space that serves you. You need to be in a space that is nurturing enough to help you effortlessly and intentionally fulfill your purpose while you're here. All right? You need to be in that space that serves you, that space that empowers you, that space that encourages you. Because, like, why are you on earth if you're not living your purpose? Why are you on earth if you're just gonna be stagnant, be in someone else's shadow? Why are you here if you're just gonna be stuck up in a career that's not fulfilling, that's not helping you to live your God-given assignment? Why are you here? And trust me, sometimes, especially if you are so used to being in a wrong space. I read something today and it said sometimes you may be everything there is in a package, all right? But you may just be at the wrong address. You may be all that ingredient for that most delicious meal. You may be everything in a woman or everything in a man, but that amazing relationship. But you're just at the wrong address. You're just with the wrong people. You may be that amazing friend. You may be that amazing individual. But maybe you're just hanging with the wrong crowd. So move. Okay? Friendship is by choice and not by force. I learned this when I was in high school from my headmaster, Reverend Upcott. Friendship is by choice. It's the same way association is by choice, it's not by force. The only people that see forcing people to join stuff is cult, like cults, right? Those involved with those things. That's why I watch in the movies and stuff. I've not seen it in real life, right? But it's projection from movies, okay? I think that's the only. Nobody's gonna force you to be in a relationship with them. Nobody's gonna force you to be in a relationship with them. Nobody's gonna force you to go to school. When you get to school, when you get to work, no one's gonna force you to associate with them. It is by choice. And the good thing about choice is that's the only thing in life you have control over. Once you make your choice, you have to sit back and enjoy the ride, bumpy or smooth. All right? You will need to sit back and enjoy the ride. So if you're in a space that does not serve you, move out. If you're in a relationship that's been broken, like that's long gone, it lost the essence to impact your life, move on. And sometimes you need to emotionally detach to move on. Don't get me wrong, it's very hard. Okay? So you need to be very, very strategic about that. Sometimes you need to pray yourself out of certain relationships. You need to pray yourself out of certain communities because the impact is so intense. The impact is so great on you. Sometimes people we know few loved ones and people who are in abusive relationship be like, well, you're going through all this and what can't you just move? It's hard to move sometimes. Maybe you may be someone or may know someone who's been in an abusive relationship and then there's so many noise in your ears. I'm saying noise because the decision has to come from within, not from external. Because sometimes you try to talk sense into people, say, you know what, you need to get out of this space and they're treating you XYZ, it's not healthy for you, and blah, blah, blah. And that person just steps away for a bit and then they start missing the other person, and then they go back and then I say, you know, now everyone else is saying this about you and blah, 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 blah. And nobody can break this apart. And before you know, they are back in there. So the thing has to come from within. Okay? So when I said plan to move, I mean it's internal. Nobody can make that choice for you. No matter how much your mommy loves you, no matter how much your daddy loves you, no matter how much your best friend loves you, no matter how much your boss loves you, no matter how much your colleague loves you, or your kids loves you, or how much you love your kid or your parent loves you, nobody can make certain decisions for you. If you're in a space that does not serve you, you need to ask yourself again. You need to go look deep down inside you and say, where is Thelma? Where is Patience? Where is Rachel? Where's Ralph? Where's Prince? Where is Othniel? Where is Gus? Look deep down in yourself. You will see that amazing person that you are. You will see that person deep down in there. All right. Now let me give an analogy from a movie I watched. It's an American movie, Black Lightning, and uh, um, one of the there's a lot of interesting parts to the movie, but one character that really fascinated me was this. What's his name? Is it Cornell? He was the boyfriend of Black Lightning's daughter, right? If you've watched that, you can check the movie out. It's called Black Lightning. He was the boyfriend of the girl, of the hero's daughter, and at some point there was this other character called Tobias that was like is a science fiction kind of display of technology and whatnot, and who has what power to control human beings or the green light babies and whatever. And guess what? At some point, Cornell, I don't know if I'm getting his name right, but at some point this boy was impacted negatively. There was a shooting. They were doing some kind of protest, and then this man sent people to go shoot. Tobias had sent people to go shoot at the protesters, and then the shot touched Cornell and it touched the Reverend. And then he could not. The young boy, he was in high school. He had his whole life ahead of him. He was an athlete. He had his pretty beautiful girlfriend who had some form of superpowers and stuff. And then now this boy's dream came crashing down because he was hit by and his spinal cord was affected from the impact of the gunshot, right? And then guess what? They kind of gave him some kind of artificial intelligence kind of superpower. But guess what? He became two. His actual self, which is Khalil, yes, it's Khalil. Khalil. Yes, it's Khalil, not Cornell. So he was his actual self, Khalil, and he was, what did they call him? Yes, he was Painkiller. The other side of him, the terrible side of him, where the evil character Tobias wanted to dominate his human heart, his human self. So sometimes you're in a why am I sharing this story? I mean, there's the perfect character that came to my mind for me to be able to make a point, right? Sometimes you're in a situation, you are in there, all right? Khalil was locked up in there inside Painkiller, okay? And Painkiller was doing all these terrible things based on Tobias' commands. But Khalil and himself, that wasn't him. So sometimes you're in an environment where it's more like you're being controlled. It's more like your every move is being influenced by an external party. But guess what? You're in there. Okay? You're in there. Trust me, the thing about life is we cannot do without other people. You can't let life teach you everything you need to know. That means you are not wise. Other people's experiences are there for us to learn from. If you're going to sit back and let life teach you every single thing you need to know, you're not applying wisdom. You are not applying wisdom. Life is not supposed to teach you every single. Life is not. You're supposed to learn from other people. Okay, someone did X, Y, Z, and this is how they ended up. I don't want to end up that way, so I should not be doing X, Y, Z. Oh, someone did ABC, and it turned out really right. What can I learn from this to take up to get to where I want to get to? But if you keep letting life teach you every single day or every single thing, you're not applying wisdom. All right. So if where you're in a space where you're not in touch with yourself, Okay, maybe people have hurt you, and then you just locked up in there with unforgiveness and bitterness and anger and everything. It has shielded you. All right, you've been abused and you've been shattered. There's so much trauma, and then your soft soul is in there beneath the dirt. First step to moving out, moving forward, moving beyond that is to find yourself. You want to look deep inside and find yourself. When you find yourself, then you start to plan to get out of there. Now you ask yourself, how am I gonna get out of here? How am I supposed to get out of here? Who can I talk to guide me to get out of here? It's good to seek counsel, but your counselors will not make the decisions for you. It's good to get therapy, but your therapist is not gonna tell you do this, do that. Your pastor's not gonna tell you your pastor cannot make the decision for you. No matter how much he goes and pray to God, he will not make the decision for you. Matter of fact, God will not even make the decision for you. That's why he makes all of us free moral agents. So you have the option to choose between right and wrong. He said in the Bible, "I choose you this day who you are going to serve." You think he could not make them serve him? He could, but he said you choose. Like I said, nobody's going to force you to be in a relationship with them. And at the same time, nobody can advise you to get out of a certain relationship, to get out of a certain space. Nobody can make that decision for you. It has to be from you. It has to be something internal. Okay? So if you find yourself in a space that does not serve you, if you find yourself in a space that's not that's not that's not making you your best version, every day you should be growing to be the best version of you. If you're not seeing positive change in your life every day, if you're not moving forward in life, you're going backwards or you're stagnant. Even if you're stagnant, it's only a matter of time where you will see yourself retrogressing. Okay? You won't be stagnant forever. So the thing is, if you find yourself in a community, in a space, in a relationship, at a job, entrepreneurship is not for everybody. If you find yourself in a job that's not working for you, you want to search yourself before you make that move. That's why I said plan to move. Okay? Don't just wake up and go. Unless God is in your ear telling you, hey, like he told Abraham, I need you to go to a land that I will show you. Abraham did not have it all figured out. Abraham, he didn't even know what he was doing. But guess what? He was planning. What did he do? Oh, Lot, come on, let's go. You know, oh, Dad, come on, let's go. Where are we going? Well, God said we should go, and he's going to show me where he's going to. And God's like, really, Abraham? But guess what? God did not tell him, don't take your father. I mean, God told him one time that I need to, go here and I'll show you where you're supposed to get to. And then he decided to bring his village people along. You think God could not remove Lot? God could remove Lot. But God chose not to remove Lot. Abraham had to decide. Abraham had to plan to move. Abraham needed to plan to move. So, in everything you do, I mean, it's August, it's a new month. You have 4 more months left in 2024. Wow. Right now, 8 months has come and gone. Like 8 solid months of the year have just swing by so really fast, right? And you're asking yourself, well, where did the time go? If you do not plan to move, the time is going to go. Okay? The time is going to go. So it's in your own interest to plan to say, I'm going to take baby steps every day. I'm going to take baby steps every week. I'm going to take baby steps every month. I'm going to take baby steps every year. If you choose to do 1%, right? If you choose to grow something just 1% every single day, by the time you get to the end of the year, you have done 365% in days. If you choose to do 1% every week, if you choose to grow 1% every week, you would have grown by 52% at the end of the year. If you choose to do 1%, want to choose to have 1% growth every month, by the end of the year, you would have grown by 12% at the end of the month, at the end of the year. So we're in August. If you choose to grow just 1% today, not much, just 1%, whatever that 1% can account for to you, just 1% if you choose to grow by just 1% today, guess what? At the end of the month, you would have grown by 31%. If you choose to grow just 1% this month, from now to December, that's like 5 months, right? Or extra four. Okay? So just choose to move, take baby steps, but don't stay stagnant. Okay? It's okay to take baby steps. It's okay to crawl. It's okay to hold something and stand, but every single day you're making a move. Like it's so beautiful to watch a baby grow. I look at my baby today from a tiny weeny baby that depended on me for everything to carry him, to change him, to do this, to do that, and he will not move. Like he will not turn around until I turn him around. He will not do XYZ until I have to do it for him. Now, brother's just having fun, moving around. He goes to whatever corner of the house he desires to go to. But he wasn't doing that before. So take baby steps. Look, compare yourself to a newborn baby. Okay, check out the angel. Compare yourself to a newborn baby. Say you birth today. This is August. This is a new month. Let's do a little scenario before we wrap up here tonight. Okay, it's a new month. You're here now. You you were just giving birth to today. Okay, maybe the only thing you can do is wait, and then you cry, and then someone helps you. Yo, I need help. And then someone comes to your aid. Well, my mental health is not intact. I need to speak to someone to just vent and get this out of my heart. Someone comes to help you. You can get all the support you need now. By the time you reach 3 months, you're expected to be doing something. If you reach 4, 5, 6 months, you're expected to be doing something. When I take my baby for appointment, they're like, okay, at 6 months, he should be doing that, he should be doing blah, blah, blah. He should be doing XYZ. Is he doing that? The doctor will check. Because just like a little baby, if you do not intentionally move, whatever that is for you, learning a new skill, learning, uh, improving yourself in whatever way, reading and working and whatever way that move or that progress is to you, at some point, guess what? You're not gonna be seen as healthy. It's just like a child at a certain age, they should be doing something. Imagine having a 10-month-old baby that's not crawling, or maybe that's not sitting down. There's something wrong somewhere, right? You should have noticed from earlier months, in fact. So if something or somewhere is not serving you, plan to move. If your baby is not, if your baby is not at a certain level that they're supposed to be at a particular month, that's something you should be worried about. It's the same way with you. If you're not, if you have a goal, right? If you have a dream and you say, okay, by 2024 December, I want to do XYZ and stuff like that. I have my own goals. And sometimes you may not accomplish that. But guess what? You would have made some progress if you were intentional, if you were strategic about going with this. Right? So plan to move. It's okay, life is gonna get in your way. Life gets in everybody's way. Yeah. Life gets in everyone's way. But where you are now, if life gets in your way now, you don't want to be this same place in the next 3, 6 months for life to come get in your way there again. You're stagnant. And it's only a matter of time for you to be backwards. Okay? So if life gets in your way today, look around you. What's available? What can you use? What can you do? How can you turn those lemons to lemonades? Guys, I've been making a whole fridge of lemonades out here, y'all, because these lemons are just coming in different sizes and shapes and colors. Okay? But you need to plan to move. All right? So, as I'm wrapping up, I hope you take this conversation. Um, Feel free to share it. Feel free to, send to a friend who you think this conversation might be helpful. This will be helpful for. Please do share it. We're on YouTube, Themmy Ahamba TV. So please feel free to, invite others to subscribe. You can subscribe to our YouTube channel right on here. And no matter what's going on with you, no matter what's, no matter what your experiences, no matter what you're going through, just plan to move. You're not a tree. If God did not intend for you to be empowered to be able to make your own informed decisions, guess what? God's probably gonna make us trees. Like in the Western countries, trees, the leaves will fall, it will come back, it will change colors. The tree has no say. The tree is just supposed to stand there and live. But you're not a tree. Times change, seasons change. You're not a tree. Okay? So plan to move whatever whatever's going on with you. Plan to get out of there. If it's not serving you, if it's not making you the best version of yourself, if you have a friend who's constantly bringing you down, that friendship is not worth it. If you have a friend who's going to make you do something out of character, that friendship is not worth it. If you have a helper who's going to get you to do something out of character before they help you, it's not worth it. Plan to move. And it starts with your mindset. Okay? It all starts with your mindset. You want to move? Start right here. You want to take the next leap? It starts here. Because at the end of the day, you cannot be, not will not, but you cannot be stagnant forever. It's only a matter of time. You realize that you're left behind. Okay? So definitely you want to be able to You want to be able to start from right here, right up here. Move from an environment that does not serve you. Move on from a relationship that does not serve you. From that breakup, I understand you may be in love, but that person does not serve you, sis. Brother, move on. Please, sir, move on. There's a lot of ways your heart can mess with your head. You can be very intelligent, but if you get your emotions messed up, it's gonna affect everything up here. It's gonna affect your work. It's gonna affect your purpose. It's gonna affect a lot of things around you. So be brave. It's okay to take baby steps, but don't forget to move. I welcome you all to a very new month in August, and thank you so much. Whether you're joining me from LinkedIn, Facebook, and YouTube, Instagram folks are off. Sorry about that. Um, but yeah, I am I am super grateful for the opportunity to show up and inspire, empower, and educate. And another guest feature is coming out tonight, Friday night. Um, it's gonna be amazing. So definitely look out for that tomorrow. If you're already in Friday, okay, yes, I'm already in Friday as well. If you're already in Friday, look out for it tonight, later on tonight, and and definitely it's something that I know you're going to be impacted by. Okay, so thank you for being on this journey with me. Please do not forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel where all the videos are in case you need to get back to them. Um, it's going to be all on YouTube and you can have access to them anytime because social media, different posts is going to get in between and you may not find a particular episode you're looking for. But definitely on YouTube, you'll be able to have access to all the videos on there and looking forward to change at least one person, just one. And I cannot wait to see how amazing you do. Please feel free to send me, a DM to chat off of the video or off of the show, chat with me. But definitely, I'm looking forward to connecting more and more with these amazing people that have supported me so far. You are special. You hold a very special space in my heart. Trust me. Okay. So, without much ado, I like to call it a night. Thank you so much for joining. Thank you so much for supporting. And I welcome you to an amazing month. The things you pray for, the things you're manifesting, the things you're working towards, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna come to pass. So definitely do not relent because it's coming. Get your celebration ready, you know, get everything ready because it's going to be massive. All right. So thank you for joining me tonight. Um, Looking forward to an amazing and fulfilling new month. And until tomorrow, I'll see you. Have a good night, a good day, a good weekend, a good everything else, a good month, a fulfilling month at that. And this is me signing out. Have a wonderful time. Bye bye.